Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Passwordless Alliance course. We are glad you have decided to join this learning experience. In this course, we will explore the future of passwordless authentication, a key topic in the world of cybersecurity and cyber defense. As a progress, you will learn how emerging technology and developing the way to protect our identities and how we can implement secure and effective solutions in digital world. For me, is a great pleasure present our instructors about this course. The global representative is Jo-Hyun Hu, is the CEO of the companies such as DualOut and Feeling Fox. He has managed several IT companies for over 20 years. He believes that good habits create good people, and that technology and art should enable people to act positively. The Lieutenant Colonel Diego Chisa Lopez is an Ecuadorian Army officer specializing in military communications. In the academic field, Lieutenant Colonel Chisa has contributed to the development of teaching and learning strategies. The combination of his military life, academic, and the community experience reflects Lieutenant Colonel Chisa committed to teaching. Christian Cartucci is an expert in innovation management, is a computer science professional who has master's degree in South Korea. He has extensive experience in the field of computer security and is currently developing information security projects for the Ministry of the Telecommunications of Ecuador. What problems does Passwordless Alliance solve? It's a societal problem that everyone must address together. Password-related security issues, password management, user experience, entering and remembering multiple passwords can be frustrating for users. Passwordless solutions such as biometric authentication, fingerprint, facial recognition, and device-based authentication improve the user experience, making access to services faster and easier. Protection against social engineering attacks, security compliances, and the objectives for type of course aims not only to education about the technologies available, but also to prepare participants to integrate passwordless solutions into their own work environments or to advise organization on how to do so securely and efficiently, in addition to understand the concept of powerless, explore the benefits of powerless authentication, identify implementation challenges and obstacles. Advantages increases the security, improve user experience, and reduce operational costs and risk. After that, I give the word to Christian Cartuche. Thank you for attending this meeting.
Thank you, Nelson. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Christian. Very nice to meet you again.
Good evening, everyone. So I am truly too honored to welcome each of you to this exciting and transformative course on passwordless authentication. I am Christian Cartuche. I am thrilled to be standing here today because I was first discovered this incredible technology in Korea. That is why I am here. So I encourage you all to be active participants, ask questions, share insights, and collaborate with everyone. So now is a good opportunity for Ecuador, for us to learn about this technology. So thank you, John. Thank you, Nelson. Thank you to everyone.
Okay, thank you for a wonderful introduction about me. So I'm my Korean name is Jonghyun Woo, but for your easy pronunciation, just simply call me John Woo. So very nice to meet you all. I'm the president of the Passwordless Alliance. Also, I'm running the several companies in Korea for protecting the fighting against the ransomware or data breach attack or the account taking over attacks. So while I'm doing that, I made some couple of international standards. So one of the passwordless technology. So okay, so let me quickly the bold cap of the today class, the overall class. So I'm from the Passwordless Alliance. So what the Passwordless Alliance provide the free passwordless software to B2C online services on the globe, and then also this class is to deliver this training class to the ESCOM. So on behalf of the Passwordless Alliance, the ESCOM and then Passwordless Alliance make an agreement to collaborate to promote the passwordless technology in South America. So as a part of the collaboration agreement, so we welcome the ESCOM to be a part of the Passwordless Alliance. Also, I hope the ESCOM will establish itself as a key passwordless education institution in South America and Spain-speaking regions. So yeah, to deliver this knowledge to the ESCOM, so we prepared the overall 3-day class. And then, so let me introduce the today class, everyone. So today, I will introduce about the Passwordless Alliance and then the introduction to the Passwordless International Standard X.1280. And then I will introducing about the free passwordless software for B2C online services. That's the today's class order. So, okay, let me start with the Passwordless Alliance. The Passwordless Alliance is the non-profit organization established in Geneva, Switzerland, and then beside the developed the international standard technology standard. Also, we provide free passwordless software to all B2C online services. So, after we establish after we approve after we make the international standard officially ITU-T recommendation X.1280, we start to make the free passwordless software, and then we distribute this free software to all B2C online services to make our world better safe and convenient and cost effective. So that's what we are doing. And then and one of our key activities, so we provide the free password software to all B2C online services, and we together with the local authorities and then tech associations, we allow them to issue the license key to the B2C online services. And lastly, like the ESCOM joining as a Passwordless Alliance member, so we educate the software developer and IT companies and academies to adapt and educate the passwordless technology to the peoples. That's our main activities. And then if you visit the passwordlessalliance.org, you can reach it to our website. And then what we are trying to do together with, so we wanted to eliminate the user password over all online services. And also we wanted to hand over the responsibility for managing and updating and inputting user password from the user to the online services. And also we wanted to get rid of the cost for buying the biometric sensors. That's what we can provide to all the people's, all the users of the all online B2C online services. Okay, that's a quick introduction for the Passwordless Alliance, and let me quickly explain about the international standard of the X.1280. So if you visit the ITUT website, you can find the full document, but today, instead of reading the heavy technical standard, let me quickly let me quickly explain how it works. So passwordless technology always starts with the problem of existing authentication technologies. So as a user, we all have to input the user credential to the online system. That's the existing credential technology. So it's a start with a password, OTP, or PKI-based certificate, or someone might use mobile authenticator, or someone might use biometrics, or someone might use the QR code-based authentication. What kind of technology you are used, those are designed for checking user authenticity. So all kind of user authentication technology works on the premises, the online service which you connected to are always authentic. However, as you know that we cannot always connect it to the authentic online service provider. So sometimes we can meet the fake website having a similar domain name or having an identical design. For verifying the service provider's authenticity, so based on with the technology X.519, so simply that is the server certificate run on the web server application. So if you check the padlock icon on the browser, you can see you can check the server certificate. So by verifying the server certificate, we can check the server authenticity. But problem is that no one check the server certificate by after connected to the online service. No one checking the server certificate provided by the online service provider. So because of that, when we connected to the fake website, without checking the authenticity of the service provider, we always input our credential to the online system. So if we do, all our credentials are stolen and all our credentials are compromised. That's the problem. So to solve that problem, so ITUT established a new standard. The title is X.1280. So the main goal of this standard is transfer users' proof of responsibility to the service provider's proof of responsibility. The meaning is as you know that as a user, we have to provide our proof to the service provider. But if we keep having that responsibility, we can be easily compromised. But instead of keep our proper responsibility, this standard try to shift the user responsibility to the service provider's responsibility. So let me play the video clip where the X.1280 is applied to the online service. So if you see that after the user type the user ID, the online service provider automatic code to the user, and then the same code is generated on the user smartphone as a sign of user approval. So if the user giving their biometrics, user can get into the online service. Let me play the video clip once again. So once the user connected to the online service, if the user typed the user ID only, it make the online service present the automatic code to the user, and then on the user mobile app generate the code itself. If the two codes is matched by giving the user biometrics as a sign of approval, if a user did, user can get into the online service. Whenever I show this video clip, I got the question from the audience always. So what's the difference compared to the traditional OTP? So if I compare it with the traditional OTP, as you know that the traditional OTP asks the user type the user OTP code to the online service. However, what you saw is if the X.1280 is applied to the online service present the automatic OTP code to the user after user type the user ID, and then user verify that automatic OTP code is identical with the code on the user's mobile app. That means that online service is authentic. User can vividly check the authenticity of the online service provider. Once the two codes is matched, as a sign of approval of the user, if the user giving their biometrics on the smartphone, on this biometric sensor on the smartphone, the user get into that online service. This automatic password can be applied to any kind of application, and even on the mobile app. Instead of typing the user password into the mobile app, as you can see that on the password field, after the user type the user ID, it presents the automatic code to the user, and then user can approve it on the same phone by tapping the button on the push notification area. And then not only for that, even in the Windows and Linux, instead of typing a user password to the Windows or Linux, it presents the automatic code to the user, and then user verify the code with the code on the smartphone, and then if the user verify it, user can get into the Windows. The beauty of this technology is that whenever the user get into the online service or the OS, the internal user password are automatically updated. So that means user do not need to memorize and update and input the password. So, and not only for that, this is the mutual authentication technology. So once the user presents the automatic OTP code to the user, and then same code are generated on the phone, it's not transferred through the network. Smartphone by itself generates the code. So once the two codes is matched, that means the service authentication by the user. If two codes is matched, when the user giving their biometrics, internally is sending back to the user authentication code to the online service provider, and then online service provider verify the user as well. So because of that, this is the mutual authentication technology. So in past, there are mutual authentication protocol in machine-to-machine or IoT industry, but there was no mutual authenticator application between the human and the devices. This is the first mutual authentication technology. So I borrowed the diagram from the international standard paper. So after this class, you can download the paper through the network. So let me follow that flow. So when the user input the user ID to the user terminal, it goes back to the online service, and then it goes back to the verifier. Verifier means the passwordless server. So if the passwordless server got the user ID, it generates the service authentication information and send back to the service provider, and then it presents the code on the user terminal. And then at the time, it's sending the offset value to the user smartphone, and then user smartphone, if it receive that offset value, it generates a code by itself. If two code is matched, that means the service is authentic. And then as a signable user approval, if the user give their biometrics and then user mobile app sending back the user authentication information to the passwordless server, and then passwordless server verify the user authentication code. If it is verified, it sending the authentication result to the service provider, and services start to provide the service. That's the internal flow. So I think you got the key usability or the key usability of the X.1280. But let me explain about the fifth benefit of this technology. So authentication this technology is very secure than any kind of user authentication technologies, because it cannot phishable or farmable or it is registered against the phishing and farming and man-in-the-middle attacks, because existing cybersecurity attack needed to hijack the input, needed to hijack the credential information input by the user. However, this technology is work as output based. That means online service provide the automatic code to the user, and the user verify the code with on the smartphone as out of band. Then because of that, there is no chance from the attacker standpoint, there is no chance to steal the user credential. So because of that, traditional the phishing and farming and man-in-the-middle attack cannot work. And second thing is that this is the out-of-band mutual authentication. So because of that, there are so many out-of-band user-only authentication technology uses a smartphone. So probably some of you already use the out-of-band authentication technology. So if I explain how it works, so if the user type the user ID, is sending the push notification to the user smartphone, and then if the user confirm that, the user can get into the online service. Or if some of you already use the text message, SMS-based user authentication through the network. But the problem is this kind of technology is only checking the user authenticity. So whether or not user having the right authenticator. But if by mistake, if you, without knowing where you are connected to, if you connected to the forged service provider, and then if you got the push notification or the text message, probably you approve it for your, probably you naturally approve it because you believe you connected to the right service provider, and then if you got the push notification, definitely 9 of 10 you probably approve it. However, that connection was the fake service provider, and then without knowing where you're connected to, after you connected to, if you got the push notification, if you approve it, your approval was used for the connection for the attackers, not for your connections. So because of that, one side of one-way authentication cannot be secure against the man-in-the-middle attack. So it's very similar like the stamping the seal without verification when you get the request to stamp a document. So on your hand, you definitely have a stamp like the bio authentication, but without checking where you apply on, if you just confirm that your strong, secure biometric authentication technology can be misused. That's the problem of the one-side user authentication. And not only for that, as you can see that on the Google, even the Google, if the user, it just checking the user authenticity without showing where your authentication goes to. As you can see that the automatic password allow the user verify where their user approval goes to by comparing the two codes, one on the screen and one on the smartphone. But without showing the server authenticity, if just asking confirm the user authenticity on the user smartphone, as I said earlier, your approval can be phishable or misused. So because of that, the ITU X.1280, this is only the technology allow the user verify the service authentication and the user authentication at once. So traditional authentication are divided. It was separated, but however, this is the compound authentication or mutual authentication. Allow the user verify the service authenticity and the user authenticity together. And third benefit of this technology is this is the technology most cost-effective biometric technology. What does it mean is the traditional biometric technology are embedded authentication technology. The main is it requires the biometric sensor on each device. So the traditional, one of the traditional embedded biometric technology that can be FIDO or passkey. So as you know that the passkey and FIDO are invented in the U.S. So that society that the U.S. have enough strong economy, they can afford the expensive device, such as the existing embedded biometric technology require each device have their own biometric sensor inside. So the FIDO or passkey assume that each device already have a biometric sensor inside. If they don't, ask the user plug adding more biometric sensor each device. And then behind the biometric sensor, it relying on the PKI. That's the FIDO or that's the biometric authentication technology. But even the Korea, we cannot afford that. We cannot afford the expensive user devices. That means our laptop or our desktop sometimes cannot have. We don't have on our laptop or on our desktop. Sometimes we do not have the biometric sensor. So in case the X.1280 allow the smartphone work as an out-of-band biometric authenticator. So X.1280 is just adding the service authentication layer on top of traditional biometric authentication layer technology. So that means when your biometric authentication is approved, it allows the user to where your biometric approval goes to. So because of that, traditional authentication, embedded authentication technology does not have a function where your biometric authentication goes to. Because of that, it have to be used in embedded always. However, this technology allows the user overpassing among devices, but the biometric sensor can be known where your approval goes to by comparing the code one on the screen and one on the smartphone. That's because of that, just using the one biometric sensor on our smartphone cover all the biometric authentication over all user devices. Okay, so let me play the one more video clip. So at the ATM, so far we have to input the PIN code, 4-digit PIN code. But if apply the X.1280, instead of typing the PIN code at the ATM show the automatic password to the user, and then user can verify the code with a biometric on the smartphone. So if a user approve it, so as you can see that the ATM also work. Okay, so and then let me explain about the first benefit of the X.1280. This is the out-of-band biometric technology support. The device cannot add the biometric sensors. We are living in the cloud era, so sometimes we have to use the cloud virtual PC or the cloud machines. But as you know that we cannot adding the biometric sensor on the cloud machine because it's not the real. So because of that, but the X.80 also work over the cloud PC and cloud Linux machine as well. As you can see that even though we are using the smartphone biometric sensor, we can approve. We can assure where our biometric goes to by comparing the service authentication code. And also, as you can see that this is Linux terminal. At the Linux terminal, without needing to type the user password to the Linux terminal. So in the CLI command line, the admin of the server can see the automatic code, and then if the user approve the code on the smartphone, the user can get into the Linux prompt. And not only for that, the X.1280 even support AI. So we are living in the AI era. So we are used to use the ChatGPT, like the chatbot-based AI service. So when the user asking something and it always answer to us, that's the AI chatbot. But sometimes we don't know without verifying whether we connected to the authenticated AI service. If by giving our credential always, maybe in the future we can connect it to the fake AI service to fool us. And not only for that, in the 2025, the modern AI technology, that is the AI agent. What the AI agent is, if the human give an order to the AI agent on behalf of us, AI agent independently work themselves, and it report to the result. That's the AI agent. But in the case of the AI agent, to order them, to direct them, we have to input our ID and password. Anyhow, we have to let them know what is our ID and password. So in the case of operator in the ChatGPT, we have to order them to get my remains of a certain online service. We have to let them know what is our ID and password. If we gave our ID and password, as you can see that it shows how much remain I have, 375. But to get that, to order that, I have to let them know what it was my ID and password. However, if but we do not fully confident to share our ID and password to the AI. But instead of sharing our ID and password to the AI, what X.1280 propose is if our online services support X.1280, instead of inputting our ID and password to the AI agent, let them show the automatic password to the user, and the user can verify with the code on the smartphone, and by giving the user biometrics, user can approve it, approve the AI agent to get into the online service. What we propose is while we having the control power to the while we having a control power over the all online services, we can order some tasks to the AI agent. So to do that, all existing online services need the mutual authentication, like the X.1280 proposed. As you can see that if the X.1280 is applied on the AI online service without revealing, without exposing our ID and password, I just simply ask him to, I wanted to log in with the passwordless methodology. I order to AI agent log in with the passwordless methodology. So in case AI agent by itself try to log in with the passwordless and ask the user confirm that code one on the smartphone. So because of that, without exposing our ID and password to the AI, we can order the certain task to the AI. Yeah, that's the whole conclusion about how that X.1280, why the X.1280 is the most secure and convenient and economic authentication technology for PC, mobile, IoT, cloud, and AI era. So the main concept is shifting the burden of proof from the user to the service provider. By doing so, the user can be free from user are very convenient and secure and economic than any other authentication technology. Okay, so in Korea already, the #1 housing bank and #1 commercial bank, they already use it for enhanced cybersecurity and account to take over attacks. And not only for that, the central local government use this technology to enhance the protecting the account, to protecting the user account against the account takeover attacks. Okay, that's the introduction for the international standard of X.1280, and then let me go to the introducing the free free passwordless software for B2C online services. So after we set up the international standard, while we are selling the proprietary software, also we beside that we wanted to enhance our society with the passwordless technology, but to advance our society, what we are trying to do is by providing free software to all B2C online services. We wanted to protect the end customer right away. So that's what Passwordless Alliance does. So in the Passwordless Alliance, so the free name of a free software, that is the Passwordless X.1280. Tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, all the trainees will get the class how we can apply the passwordless X.1280 over the certain online services. So if you reach it, if you go to that online Passwordless Alliance, in the resource menu, you can download the international standard paper and mobile app and server package, and together with this API guide and education material and UX guide. So in here, you basically without taking a class, if you read carefully, I believe you can do it by yourself if you have enough years of experience for the web application development. So they all are written well. And how it works is the behind your existing online service server, by installing the passwordless X.1280 server, your online service generate the passwordless code to the user. And then on the user side, also need to install the passwordless X.1280 mobile app. You can download this app from the App Store, Android and iOS, and then you can download the passwordless X.1280 server package from the Docker Hub. So it only requires the 1 GB memory and 1 core. So it's very lightweight. So anyone can use it if their online service is designed for the B2C online services. And I believe the Christian read what the character is. The Boan News stand for the cybersecurity newspaper in Korea. Already used the passwordless authentication method. And then if you are familiar with the English, if you visit the K-pop agent website, you can see that how shopping mall protect themselves against the account takeover attacks. So in that shopping mall, I hope you recommend after this class. I hope you I hope you sign up to kpopagent.com and then experience how we can log in without the password. So this site is support the English, but most of websites which use passwordless X.1280 those are only support Korean. So, but in your case, I recommend you to sign up to the K-pop agent website. Yeah, that's the basic introduction for the passwordless X.1280 free software. And then now let me introduce our propaganda and our aim. So all together, so not only for the ESCOM, already the OS in the US and ID3 in the France and the Dualos in Korea, all together we pushing to the world, goes to the passwordless world, and we invite anyone can become the member of the Passwordless Alliance. Thanks to the Diego of the head of ESCOM, he decided to be the education member of the Passwordless Alliance, and then we are fully transfer our educational program to the ESCOM, and then this class this class is designed for training the teachers in the ESCOM, and then ESCOM by themselves teach the student or peoples in the Ecuador. So we believe the ESCOM will be the key player in the passwordless society. So, and not only for the ESCOM, so any online services become the service member. So service member is any online services apply the free passwordless X.1280 software to the online service. And then the tech member, those are the contributor to develop the free passwordless software. So, and then trust member, it can be the Passwordless Alliance, or it can be the local authorities or local associations. So through the trust member, all online service provider can take the license key. So let me explain of the role structure of the Passwordless Alliance. Any online services become the service member of the Passwordless Alliance, and then they can provide the passwordless service to the user smartphone. And then any education institution become the education member of the Passwordless Alliance. And any tech member, they can contribute their manpower to the Passwordless Alliance by delivering more modern passwordless technology. And then any authorities or associations become the Passwordless Alliance trust member. We are the Passwordless Alliance composed of the five member type. So from tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, within the 2 days, we're gonna educate how this online service become the service member and apply the free passwordless software to the online services. The procedure of applying the passwordless X.1280 software to the online service is to have to sign up the service member and submit the service application to the passwordless alliance, and then one of our trust member will verify their business license, because someone have to be guaranteed that online service provider is a real genuine business entity. If someone giving the root of trust, and then if any trust member approve it after verifying the business license, they can get the free license key. And then if they apply the license file to the service passwordless server, it officially activated it. Without the license key for the education purpose, they can run it. But without the license key, it will after the installation, it will work only the 1 month. Because of that, for the education center, do not need to download the license key. But if someone use the passwordless X.1280 officially, they need to verify their business license by the trust member. Christian, I hope the Mintel consider to join as a trust member in the passwordless alliance in the future, after some of the software developer are fully ready to apply the free passwordless software to the online service in case someone needs to verify it. But without the Mintel, of course, our passwordless alliance, that we can issue the license key free of charge. But I wanted to share this role to each region, so region by region. So in the Ecuador Ecuador, if the Mintel wanted to become the trust member, we welcome the Mintel as well. And then in Korea, the official education center academy running the passwordless class for the software developer, and also the startup incubating center operated by the government. They adopt the passwordless class, and not only for that, the Online Privacy Association is controlled by the government. They also run the Passwordless Alliance forum inside of Korea. Yeah, that's the general introduction of the passwordless, what the passwordless is, and also how we can contribute to the B2C online services in Ecuador. So if I emphasize once again, so the purpose of this training program is we wanted to ESCOM to having their own capability to deliver this education to the people in Ecuador. So we wanted to the ESCOM establish itself as a key passwordless education institution in South America and beyond the Spanish-speaking region, including Spain or any country in the world. So I already shared the curriculum sheet. So I believe all of you already read carefully of what we are trying to do with the 3 days. So I hope it is productive and it was educatable. And finally, I hope the ESCOM having their own capability to run the education program by yourselves. Okay, thank you for listening.